Hello, hello! My name is Callista and welcome back to Pentiment. In the last episode, it is Christmas Eve and Magdalene has almost finished the mural. She has one section left, the revolt. Now, people in Tassing, they don't really like talking about it. However, we're hoping that if we can catch them whilst they're busy with the Christmas preparations, they might be a bit distracted, they might be more inclined to open up. Now, we spoke to the people in the Golden Hand, we made some cookies. So let's head on over. I want to explore everywhere, like we've never seen Tassing during winter. Normally I'd cut through all of this, but it looks so lovely. It looks so picturesque. Father Thomas is not here. I don't know how to feel about that, because I don't particularly enjoy talking to Father Thomas, but then I get kind of like, well, where is he? If he's not here, oh, that's cute. But yeah, if he's not there, then where the hell is he? Hello, Mag. Hello, Ulrika. Magdalene. Yes, hello, Andreas. Hello there, have fun, you two. Aww. God bless you, Magdalene. God bless you too, Anna. And Merry Christmas to you all. God, I've said this before and I'll say it again. I love the house now. I love this, you know, with their drawings up and their toys in the kind of main living area. It's a proper family home, which Lendhart never allowed. Lendhart was so... I can't exactly call him serious. He was an arsehole. Lendhart was an arsehole. And, you know, he treated everyone so terribly. So to see Paul break the cycle of abuse, because, you know, there was a chance that he could have followed in his father's footsteps. You know, this is all I know and I don't know how to be a dad, therefore I'm going to repeat the mistakes of the past. You know, that was always a possibility. So to see him break from that and say, no, you know what, I'm going to be a really good dad. If my kid wants to draw, then I'm going to encourage him to draw. If my daughter wants a hobby horse, then she's going to have that hobby horse front and centre. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, the fields are completely buried by the snow. I hope the chickens are okay. Wherever the chickens have ended up, I hope they are all right. Yes, Matilda and Volslav are back at the Golden Hand Inn. I'm not sure if we can speak to everyone. I'm slightly more inclined to speak to Agnes. I think Agnes will have some good gossip. I hope I can speak to, you know, both Agnes and Clara, but just in case I can't. Yes, hello, Black Till. And hello, Eva. Christina, are they twins? I'm talking about, Ulrika and Andreas. I'm talking about them. They look of a similar age. Well, the Anna's kids, they're playing. They're playing up at the mill. I'm like, could Christina go? Eva, could Christina go and play with them? I think that'd be nice. Okay, yeah. Let's head in. Oh, hello. Oh, I like that. I like that. Agnes, her daughter, and her daughter's girlfriend. All chilling out. Hello, Veronica. Brigitte. Magdalene Druckerin. I didn't expect to see you today. How is your father? He's not well, honestly. I'm sorry, I'd rather not talk about it today. Lie, he's doing better. No, we're not going to lie to Agnes. He's not well, honestly. no, I'm so sorry. He'll be in our prayers tonight. Ours as well. Now then, is there something we can help you with, dear? I have a small favour to ask. Agnes, you are old. Remember things that happened in this town. You remember things that happened in this town, right? Let's not start out by being rude. I have a small favour to ask. Oh? Go on then, spit it out. If it isn't too much trouble, I'd like you all to recount what you remember of the revolt. I'm nearly done with my mural, but I need more details. I was so young, I don't remember much of that night. Oh, for that project of yours in the rat house. I'm afraid I won't have much good to say about the matter, but all right. Come, sit down, Magdalene. Don't worry about helping with the wreaths. It took me years to get the technique up to Mum's expectations, so you're better off not helping. Ha! You always did fine, Brigitte. So, Magdalene, what do you need to know to finish the mural? I was hoping to ask you more about the revolt. All I can remember was the flames when the abbey burned. What part of the revolt? The abbot starving us out of house and home? Otto's murder? I doubt that would be a good painting. I thought the abbot of Kirsau was acting in his right. He might have been acting in his rights, but that doesn't mean he was acting fairly. There is a difference. There is a very, very big difference between what is legal and what is morally right. It seems like the abbot at Kirsau wasn't on very good terms with Tassing. I thought there was an attempt to talk to the abbot. It's between these. I think Magdalene is wise enough to know. I'd apologise. I don't know why I'm having so many tongue fumbles. I feel like I have a bit of a migraine starting. That might be what's causing it. Yeah, I think Magdalene is wise enough to know that just because he was acting within his rights doesn't mean he was being moral or ethical. Because he was starving the townsfolk. The town was dying. The abbot was well within his legal rights and it was killing the town. And I think Magda is wise enough to see that. Talking didn't do jack shit, that's the thing. This is an understatement, though. This is a grotesque understatement. I thought there was an attempt to talk to the abbot. There was, until Otto was killed. After that, the monks shut themselves up in the abbey library. Meanwhile, that bastard abbot only ever cared for how many pfennigs he could get from us. Brigitte, don't forget to twist. There we go. To twist the ends in. Can't have it looking like a Christmas hedgehog. I'm getting there, Mum. I've looked after Martin and Kraft well enough, haven't I? I can manage this. Yes, well, after your father died, I've got no one left to nag besides you and that husband of yours. Thank God. There we go. Thank God I have the both of you, as a matter of fact. Let an old woman have her vices. It comes back to haunt us still. After that bastard artist got your father killed. You mean Andreas? I thought he was my dad's friend. Just because he was your dad's friend doesn't mean he was everyone's friend. You mean Master Mela? Dad said that none of that was his fault. Dad said that Master Mela made some mistakes, but he was seeking justice. Again, justice and what is fair don't always match up. Again, I think it's between these two. Oh, what would Klaus have said? They were very good friends, but at the same time, Andreas abandoned him. Andreas abandoned him when his wife and son died. Andreas never sent a letter saying, "I'm so sorry, are you okay? Is there anything I can do?" And then just when they were kind of getting back to their friendship, Andreas died. You do tend to speak well of the dead. You tend to overlook their faults. Again, seeking justice. The Baron either seduced her daughter or raped her. I can't remember which one it was at this stage, but he had his way with her, promised her marriage, then when she was pregnant, dipped, and then she ended up killing herself, I think trying to abort the baby, something like that. And then, you know, her husband either did or didn't kill him, but she's been left alone because Andreas meddled. And if Lucky did kill the Baron, he had good reason. The Baron wasn't a good person. The Baron was not a good man. Was that just? Was that justice? I think Klaus would probably speak well of him. You mean Master Mela? Dad said that none of that was his fault. Not his fault? Not only did he intervene into Tassing's affairs once, but to stick his nose in again. That man sneaked and dug up secrets best left to ground, and what did it get us? He accused my husband of killing a noble of all things, and the Archdeacon. Mum. God forgive me, but I could kill that man. And then to come back and start a riot amongst the peasants. Oh, he deserved that fire. Mum, calm down. It was 20 years ago. And some of it came to good, right? After the Abbey took Ottilia's house away, she stayed with you. Yes. Yes, that's true. God provided a place for her to live in Tassing. The Lord sees justice done in all things. He knows my Lucky's heart. Did the revolt accomplish anything? Dad always says the townsfolk didn't stand with the peasants as long as they should have. I always heard that night was a slaughter. Why didn't anyone stop the peasants? I mean, who was there to stop the peasants? There was the guard. And the guard did stop them by slaughtering them. I think, was anything accomplished? These are both rather accusatory. Was anything actually accomplished in all of this? Did the revolt accomplish anything? Well, the entire matter was a horrible bloody mess, but did restore peace in Tassing by force. A shame it had to happen at all, I think. I knew the revolt was a bad idea from the start. Old Volslav would be the only one to know what happened inside the old church now, before the fire. Some like to say things were always this bad, that violence was the only way, but it wasn't. Life got worse over the years. It wasn't like this when I was a child, not in my grandparents' time either. Sure, the abbot was pinching the townsfolk and the peasants were suffering, but to go against the church? But, like you said, things weren't always so bad. We fought to make things right. But things got better in the end, right? Even if so many people died. Well, the revolt didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and monks have left. It doesn't seem like things have gotten much better. Ooh, Again, the rule that I always think of is the no foraging in the forest. The abbot had banned that, and without the abbot, that ban is still in place, because it was coming down from the lord who owns the land. The abbot was the middleman, and I think the peasants were so focused on him that it didn't occur to them that behind him is an even bigger, angrier guy who has way more power. I'm drawn to this one. I don't know why, but I'm drawn to it. I want to see how they respond. Well, the revolt didn't totally fail, did it? The abbot and monks have left. The abbey may be gone, but Tassing has only traded one lord for another. Exactly. The peasants were so angry over the abbot's perceived injustices, they thought they could make it right with even more injustice. Then the abbey caught fire and everyone ran, but by then the soldiers had arrived to stop them all. That soldier even warned Peter, but nothing would stop him besides steel. So, nothing got better? At all? No, not as I see it. The Lord is just as severe to us as the abbot was, and threatens force at every turn. That's life. You can struggle and die to accomplish something, and nothing changes. The dead are luckier. They died believing they changed something. We're stuck with the harsh reality. This is all you've known, Magdalene. You've grown used to it. We all have. Thank you for sharing your story with me. Oh, I see. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It's important to share our suffering with the younger generations. Maybe they can change something. Good luck on the mural, Magdalene. Good luck, Magdalene. And time passes forward. Do we still have time? Okay, I think we still have time. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I want all of the gossip. All of it, if you please. And... oh my goodness, I've completely forgotten her name. Gret! So there we go. Yeah, Gret isn't here. Let's see. Anyone... I have to check everywhere. I have to. Oh, I want to see the murals. I want to see them, but no. I do hope we're shown them before the end of the game. I hope it's not just a tease where you never get to see what they look like. I do hope that Magda's hard work is revealed. And Baltus? Oh, hello. I'm not gonna... ooh. I was gonna say, I avoid voicing Nazu because I can't do Italian with a northern accent. If it isn't Mistress Magdalene. Hello, Baltus. Hello, Nazu. How are your inventions coming, Baltus? Oh, very well, thank you. I was just showing Nazu how our rat house clock works on one of my smaller prototypes. It is a fascinating process, truly. I had never considered that one man could make something so complex by himself. The clock tower is the wonder of Tassing. While you do have to account for Endress's help in smithing the parts, and Otz's building the framework to hold it to, I bet there are one or two women who could make a fine clock if given a chance. Ooh, These just seem a bit pedantic. Like, the clock tower's impressive. The clock tower is the wonder of Tassing. Isn't it? I've not seen such a wonderful work of mechanical invention in such a small town. God has blessed you with Balthazar. I'm simply glad that Tassing appreciates my work after so long. You are too modest here in this simple alpine town. You really ought to come with me to Genoa. Oh no, I'm far too grounded here to manage that, Nazu. Then I shall be forced to visit every year to settle your accounts. And while I do, remind you of your genius. Some of us tried to do that already. You're right, he is far too modest. I wish you the best of luck. That is a very long journey. How entirely dramatic. Now, with how they talk to each other, I get the feeling they have a little something between them. What does Magdalene think of Baltus? I mean, he's been really helpful so far. He's been really helpful when we needed assistance getting down into the mine. Admitted, all he gave us was a rope, but still he gave us something. And he's helping Martha with her dad's leg. Like, I think Magda, I think she would really like Baltus. He's very grounded, very sensible. Some of us tried to do that already. You're right, he is far too modest. You see, the whole town agrees. In any case, shall we return to work, Baltus? Oh, yes. Oh, wait a minute. This is my voice. No. Oh, yes, of course. Please excuse us, Magdalene. We're rather busy at the moment. Until later, then. Okay, you two. And nothing over here. Okie doke. Now then, with that, all that is left to check is the southern farms, I do believe. Yeah, let's start over at the far side. It's Bowers. Actually, we've already checked there. We can start at Bower Farm. Now, but anyone about? And the cow. How are you doing, cow? How are you doing, cow friend? Knock, knock. Flippin' heck, everyone's here. Hey! Great, hello. Oh, and there's Ursula. Let's just check upstairs first. Where are the twins? There you are. Hello, Apollo. Good job remembering my full name. And you too, Artemis. Okay, let's see. How's everyone doing? Yeah, hello, Big George. And, okay, so they're making masks. Yeah, if I remember correctly, the Perchton everyone dresses up. I don't like this. I don't like this. It reminds me too much of Act 2. Hello, Magdalene. I would have thought you'd be working on the mural today. What brings you here? I would like to sit with you and ask how you remember the rebellion so that I can paint it, if that's all right. Ah, that was a sad time. If it will help you memorialise those we lost in the revolt, yes, I'll answer a few questions. I don't mind. I was a little older than you, so I probably remember more, Magdalene. Of course, Magdalene. We'll tell you all you want to know. I've been looking forward to seeing the mural for some months. Come now, sit with us. Now that you're all settled, what did you want to know? Did the revolt have anything to do with the other murder that happened in Tassing? Oh, the murder of the Baron, you mean? No, not really. I only remember that Andreas attempted to be a peacekeeper in both situations. I suppose that's when things started going poorly. Oh, poor Agnes. Lucky was a strong man. She's still heartbroken over the matter. I spoke with her. She blamed Andreas for Lucky's death and said that he caused most of the rioting. Agnes loved her husband. She'd never see him as capable of doing anything wrong. I can't say that Andreas was wholly uninvolved with Lucky's sentencing, but he only helped the peasants during the revolt. Yes, it was really only after the Baron's murder the abbot became so severe. I'll bet he blamed the Baron's murder on Tassing and the Abbey's failures too. I don't know about any of that, but his taxes and restrictions and his attitude towards us became harsher after that. It was all we could do to live by them, but it eventually became too much. Even with all the restrictions, was the revolt really justified? I keep hearing conflicting stories about how it began. I know things were bad for the peasants, but was it worth all the loss? I thought the peasants stormed the abbey unprovoked and the landsnecks had to be called in. Agnes blamed Andreas for starting the revolt. Is that really true? Well, no, the revolt was going to happen no matter what. Whether Andreas was in Tassing or not, the revolt was always going to happen. I mean, in the end, was it worth it? Probably not. I'd say not, because really, as I keep saying, what was accomplished? Nothing. The abbot's gone, yeah, and now you deal directly with the Lord, who is an arsehole. So, like, nothing has changed, really. Nothing has changed. One of the big rules that you were so like, oh, we can't believe this. They're not letting us forage. They're not letting us forage. Oh my God, how harsh. Yeah, we've got to stop this. It's still there. That rule is still in place. I mean, was it unprovoked? I mean, This is Agnes having beef with Andreas. It's not really true. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Because it was provoked and it was unprovoked. Because the monks were, in the abbey. Peter had promised, oh yeah, if you present us the murderer, then we won't do anything to the monks. And then Ulrich died. Ulrich got shot and Peter just sort of snapped. And, they set fire to the mill and all of that, and it just... The abbot had his hand. The abbot had his hand in a lot of this, but then a lot of why it went so badly was because of Peter. Peter just completely snapped, I think. I thought the peasants stormed the abbey unprovoked and the landsnecks had to be called in. That's not how it happened. He wasn't there at all, was he? He's just some well-to-do noble who hates the idea of peasants having anything. Now, Ursula, let's not be unchristian in the matter. There were so many other revolts going on at the time, and Kiersau was not an uninfluential abbey. Sin abounded on all sides, and I won't deny that many mistakes were made that night, but we did everything we could to keep things from getting violent, but the Lord had other plans. I remember how sick and hungry I was all the time. Grandpa kept saying it hadn't always been like that. All was fine until Hannah, Nico's wife, killed Otto because she feared what would happen if the abbey shut down. Well, my husband wouldn't let that rest. We all wanted justice. When that soldier arrived and threatened us, all the townsfolk pulled away, except for you and Ulrich, Gret. No, Clara, I am afraid even I was intimidated and begged Ulrich to leave the matter be. My husband alone stood with the peasants. Why did all the peasants revolt anyway? So many people died, they must have known it wouldn't succeed. Dad always talks about how he regrets that choice. That's why he wanted to paint the mural. Could the revolt have succeeded if the townsfolk didn't pull away? I've been coming at this from the point of, like, it could never have succeeded. At least, it could never have succeeded with Peter at the helm. It could never have succeeded with him leading. But I would be interested to hear their opinions. Do you think it could have succeeded? Do you think there was a chance? Could the revolt have succeeded if the townsfolk didn't pull away? There goes my timer. We'll finish off this scene. I still think so. Most of the other townsfolk see the revolt's failure as proof that it was doomed from the start. Truly, if the entire town banded together, we likely could have succeeded without violence at all. By then, we were so starved and wanted justice so much, Peter truly thought success was possible. There was still some discussion. Ulrich and Andreas wanted peace. Then that fucking Miller protected that bitch. He always hated us, thought he was better than us. Ursula, language! What, Mum? It's true. Lendhart even shot Ulrich out of nowhere. It was unprovoked. People don't just shoot one another without... Well, to be fair, he wasn't aiming for Ulrich. He was aiming for Peter. He was trying to shoot Peter, and Ulrich had this hero moment where he was like, no, and he got shot instead. It was unprovoked. Yes, Lendhart always did hate the rest of the townsfolk, and he would take advantage of anyone he could. My husband sought peace to the last. He was a martyr to us. I think the Miller shot Ulrich to retaliate. But after that, Peter couldn't be stopped. Madam, you haven't done anything. Are you okay? She's just like staring off into distance. It's fine. We'd lost too much. The burning of the abbey was a grim night, and the soldiers coming in. Our men fought to protect us, to protect Tassing, and many died in that fight. But we got rid of the abbot and all the monks, at least. Yes, and that is some comfort, if only a little. Are there any heroes of Tassing I should memorialise? Dad, definitely. I wouldn't call him a hero. Peter always wanted the best for Tassing, even if he acted rashly by setting fire to the abbey. I hope you can portray him in the best light, Magdalene. I'd rather not talk about that night anymore. I hope we provided enough insight for your work. You did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. I won't ask anything further. I guess I can work with what you've said. No, you did, thank you. I'll let you get back to work. Thank you, Magdalene. I'm certain the mural will be beautiful. Time to go to the commons for the Perchtonlauf. Well, we shall do that in the next episode. I am deeply concerned. I am having flashbacks to St. John's Eve, and I am very, very concerned. Will my concerns come to fruition? Find out in the next episode. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below. And if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. A special thanks to my channel members such as SM2K. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.